Hi, mathematicians. Okay, so here's the deal. You have a sub today because I have that meeting that was supposed to be yesterday was rescheduled to today all day long. I'm planning Algebra 2 lessons all day long. But I know it's the start of fourth quarter and all of you want to start out to a strong start, so I really didn't want to waste a day today by having you just have a sub and not having you actually learn new material. So don't worry, I made you a video which is going to be this lesson. You need to take notes on the stuff I'm about to do, and then I'm going to go through the worksheet with you, example by example, so that you can actually learn this. Just like a normal class, turn off your phones. I don't want to know that, or I don't want to see, I can see there's cameras in here. I don't want to see any of you on your phones. Have your notes out, and then additionally, finish this worksheet. This is going to be due tomorrow. After the video, please help each other get it all done, and feel free to text remind if you have any questions. All right, here we go. Rhythms, which we call logs. Okay. So, first, what is a logarithm? Okay, so a logarithm, which we just call a log, is the inverse of an exponent. So, I'll give you some examples. So, log base 2 of 32 equals 5. So the way we say this is log base 2 of 32 equals 5. And this is because 2 to the 5th equals 32. Because if you think about it, 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 equals 32. Okay? So taking a log, logs and exponents are related and they're kind of inverses of each other. So log base 2 of 32 is equal to 5. This is always the exponent. Oh, something I like to do is I always draw in this little swirl like this. 2 to the 5 equals this. This number is your base. This number is your exponent. See here? Base and exponent. Here's another example. Log base 4 of 16 equals 2. The way we say that is log base 4 of 16 equals 2. Why? Because 4 to the 2nd equals 16, right? 4 times 4 equals 16. So just like before, this is your exponent, and the base, right? Log base 4, this here is your base. Just like here, you have your base and you have your exponent. Okay? Let's do a couple more. Log base 5 of 125 equals what? Well, what you should be asking yourself is, okay, 5 to what exponent equals this? 5 to the what equals 125? Do you know it? This is going to be 3. So your answer is log base 5 of 125 equals 3. This would be your answer. This is your base, this is your exponent. Let's do another one. Log base 10 of 10,000 equals what? I'll put x this time. So let's see. 10 to what exponent equals 10,000? 10 to what exponent equals 10,000? Well, in this case, x is equal to, there are 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros, so x is equal to 4. So I have log base 10 of 10,000 equals 4. Let's do some more. I need to flip my page. What if I have log base 6 of 1 over 36 equals x? In this case, 6 to what power equals this? 6 to what power equals 1 over 36? You got to think about this one. So, over here, remember the rule of negative exponents become the reciprocal. So, or you can think of it as 1 over. So in this case, the x is equal to -2, because 6 to the -2 is equal to 1 over 6 to the second, which is 1 over 36. So my answer up here, log base 6 of 1 over 36 is equal to -2. 2 more. What about this one? Log base 2 of 1 over 8 equals what? Well, let's see. 2 to the what equals 1 over 8. 2 to the what equals 1 over 8. It's also going to be a negative exponent. So 2 to the what is equal to 8, and then just make it negative. Do you know what it is? Hopefully you're saying right now x equals -3, because 2 to the -3 equals 1 over 2 to the third, which is 1 over 8. So here, log base 2 of 1 over 8 equals -3. Remember that this is your exponent and this is your base. Base exponent, base exponent, base exponent. Okay? One more I promised. So here we go. This is another exponent rule you have to remember. Log base 49 of 7 equals what? So in this case, 49 to what power equals 7? 49 to what power equals 7? This is another exponent rule you have to remember. Fraction exponents do what? Fraction exponents take the root. So for example, 81 to the 1/2 equals 9. 100 to the 1/2 equals 10. Remember, this becomes the square root of 81, the square root of 100. What if I did 8 to the 1/3? That would be 2, because it's the cube root of 8. So in this case, it's the square root. So x is equal to 1/2 because 49 to the 1/2 equals 7. So this would really be log base 49 of 7 equals 1/2. Okay. You guys are doing great, I promise. We're done with notes. Go ahead and take out your classwork and I'll do a couple of examples with you. Woohoo, let's do it. Okie dokie. So here's your classwork. Here I just kind of have some of the stuff we just took in our notes. So it says in math, the logarithm is the inverse operation to exponentiation, which is just taking the exponent, just as division is the inverse of multiplication. And I have an example here for you. Log base 2 of 32 is 5, just as, which you say as log base 2 of 32 is 5. And the reason is 2 to the 5th is 32. Here's another way you can think about it. You always have the base here, and you always have the exponent here. And A, I kind of think of as like the answer. So here you have the base, here you have the exponent, and here you have the answer, okay? So you can use this to complete all the problems. Here it says rewrite each equation in exponential form. That just means as an exponent. So here, all you do is you say, okay, log base 6 of 36 is 2. Rewriting it, I draw my little swirly. The correct way to write this in exponential form is 6 squared equals 36. Done. That's it. This is in logarithmic form because it's with a log. This is in exponential form. Okay? So you guys can just keep going. The rest of those are pretty easy. 5 to the what? 25, or 5 squared is 25. Done. You can go ahead and finish those. I'll do an example of the next one. Now you're going backwards. Now you have to write it in logarithmic form. So this is with a log. So in this case, this is currently in exponential form. Okay? And you're going to turn it into logarithmic form. Well, this here is my base. This is my exponent, right? So really, we can take this and use this formula right here. So the base is log base 5 of 25 equals 2. Honestly, you can still do the little loopy like this. That's how I always learned it. And this is now in logarithmic form. Okay, here, this is my base, this is my exponent. I like to draw the little swirl. So the swirl just tells you the order. The first thing you write is the 10, the next thing you write is the 1000, and the last thing you write is the 3. I'll show you one more time with the swirl. See if I can zoom in on this. Okay, so here, I'll do this one. In my swirl, this is the first thing I write, the second thing I write, and the third thing I write. So log base 7 of 49 is equal to 2. Right? Because 7 to the second is 49. And it follows the formula that we had up top, right? It follows this. The exponent is right here, the base is right here, and my answer is right here. Okay? All right, moving on. Down below, I just want you to remember the exponent rules. Exponent of 0 always equals 1. So 2 to the 0 is 1. 5 to the 0, 1. 8 to the 0, 1. 10 to the 0, 1. Don't you dare say 0. It's equal to 1. Okay? This is what we went over in our notes. Negative exponents become the reciprocal, or you can think of it as 1 over. So here, 3 to the negative 2 is 1 over 9. 5 to the negative 2, 1 over 25. 2 to the negative 3, 1 over 8. Finally, fraction exponents become the roots. So 81 to the 1/2 is the square root of 81, which is 9. 25 to the 1/2 is the root of 25, which is 5. Square root, or 36 to the 1/2 is square root of 36, which is 6. Cube root, or rather 8 to the 1/3 is the cube root of 8, which is equal to 2. Okay. Now onto the back. Oh, this is literally just the same thing. This is same as, which part? This is same as part 1. So you just draw the arrow like this. 36 to the 1/2 equals 6. These are just using some of the harder rules that we just did. And then here, this is same as part 2. This is my base. So I have log base 5 of 1 over 25 equals negative 2. You can just draw the arrow. Log base 5 of 125 is equal to negative 2. This is the same as part 2 on the other page. And then this, use your notes. So here we did a bunch of these in your notes, right? This one you actually have to think. Log base 6 of 36 is equal to what? I'm going to put an X there. So remember, this is always your exponent. This is your base. So really, if you like to draw the little swirl, what we have is 6, that's my base, to the x equals 36. So what is x? X equals 2. Ta-da! All right. We did it. That's all for today. Finish this. I'm going to check this tomorrow, and then we will move on. Awesome. Hope you all have a wonderful Tuesday. And yeah, if you have any questions, just text remind. Bye.